We'd received quite a lot of feedback from the market, from in-house counsel, suggesting that that was something that they really value, is being able to see the health of the law firms that they use by being able to see kind of lists of the kind of key up-and-coming next generation lawyers. Well, we don't want to be too prescriptive about it, but I mean, obviously it makes sense to not muddy the waters too much by including too many names. The more names there are, the kind of more it kind of detracts from the argument. I would say as a rough guide, you might want to put forward 3 strong candidates for each category. And I appreciate that's a very difficult decision with all kinds of kind of internal political ramifications to it, but that's the decision that needs to be made, to pare it down to a manageable number that you can kind of really highlight and demonstrate as being among that group of next generation lawyers. Well, as with the rest of the submissions process, whether it be practice rankings or the leading individuals, we want to see evidence of the the claims that are being made about the individuals. I think it's helpful to include a brief sort of summary of someone's practice and why the firm thinks that they are a good candidate for the next generation list. That needs to be backed up through evidence of involvement on key matters that are in the submission, and also obviously client feedback and hopefully peer recognition as well where that's possible. One of the key things that the most frequent question is who is eligible, i.e. how old or how qualified should the individuals be. It's actually different on different guides. So the first guide to actually have this across the board was the Asia guide, and in the Asia guide, generally the markets are not as sophisticated as the US market. So the individuals in the next generation lists are actually primarily associates, senior associates, but the US market being so deep, it was just sort of impractical to I think include senior associates. So for the US, we're mainly focusing on newer partners, so partners under 5 years of experience, junior partners. It may be in certain very niche practice areas that we open it up to senior associates, in areas that aren't quite as kind of deep with talent, but otherwise that's going to be the general rule. When I've been doing my meetings in the US, everybody that I've met with there has been quite excited about the idea and agree that it's a good thing to include, because there are obviously lots of partners in that sort of bracket that do an awful lot of the heavy lifting when it comes to big matters, but don't necessarily have the time even to sort of promote themselves, and so maybe don't get the recognition that they deserve.